Welcome to this episode of GIS Tonic, a GeoSmart format where we talk about GIS in a more relaxed way, usually with a cup of coffee, sometimes with a gin and tonic. But today we don't have nothing to drink, but it's okay because the spirit is always the same. Our goal is to have engaging and easygoing conversations about GIS that are accessible to everyone. And today with me we have Arkadiusz from Esri, and I like to explore some topics around 3D, digital twins with you. But before we dive into this, a lot of us know you from LinkedIn for your amazing posts and the work that you do to disseminate knowledge about 3D and digital twin and the 3D superpowers that Esri give us. So I would like, first of all, to have something from you, know to you better. So if you can introduce yourself and your job.
Okay. Hi, Sylvia. Thank you and welcome in San Diego. So I hope you enjoy the conference so far very much, and it's a really good place to be and to learn about Esri and GIS. Hello everybody, my name is Arkadiusz, and I work at Esri as a global lead for reality mapping and ArcGIS reality capabilities. What is reality mapping? So we are on the journey to use the imaging and remote sense data and reconstruct 3D with use of this content into the multiple different reality layers. Those can be a short of auto DSMs, 3D mesh models, and recently very popular Gaussian splats. So this is my responsibility. I work internationally with all the distributors around the world, and of course not alone. I have a very good team that I say hi to right now, and an amazing team working and empowering our distributors and enabling them with this technology. So yes.
Thank you. And we know that 3D and digital twin are no longer something that will happen in future. They are happening now. And we can see them also here in the Esri user conference. And I have a question. When someone experiences a digital twin for the first time, what is the reaction that you see most often? And what is the real wow moment that makes you think, okay, this technology can change everything?
Very good question. So, of course, there's many wow moments when we show the beautiful visualizations that are usually the digital models first in the first maturity stage. But my experience is that the biggest wow moment for the decision makers, who usually are the sponsors of the digital twin investments, are when we manage to show them is that digital twin can be a tool or a system that will help them decide what I have to focus on today so everything will work properly tomorrow. Because this is, if I would have to summarize the digital twin into the one sentence, this is how I would describe it. Because digital twins allows the users and us to create a virtual replica of our assets, our systems, our cities, and manage it and predict and prevent or also manage the risk in the way that we are actually able to save a lot of money or even lives sometimes. So.
And as you show in your LinkedIn post and your job, a digital twin is a lot of things. It combines 3D geometry, IoT sensors or real data, artificial intelligence, and it's much more than a statistic 3D model. And from my own research experience, I realized that one of the hardest concepts to communicate about digital twins it is that it is a living replica in a digital world, not just a 3D model, not just a static replica. Have you ever found yourself in the situation to explain that the real value of a digital twin lies in the combination of digital visualization and real data to support decisions?
Yes. This is also a very good question. So in our messaging, in our positioning for digital twin at Esri, we introduce this as a journey. So I personally very often explain this is not a transaction. It's a journey that you need to invest yourself into in your organization. And this journey very often starts at the descriptive level. So you create a digital model, which is a description of the reality or asset you are managing. And this is the starting point. In some of the theories that you might find in the internet and also in the digital consortium, this is very often called as a digital model. So this is a static model where you are creating this replica. and then we upgrade and lift it up to the digital, to the informative layer. We call it informative layer. This is where we are pulling the information from the model, or we are installing the IoT sensors and getting there is some transfer of the information. Some will call it digital shadow.
Yeah.
And then, only then, you can go into the predictive level of the maturity, this is where the digital twin starts to pull and push the information between the user, and the information is able to flow in between, and then we are able to simulate different scenarios, ask the questions, what if, apply some other external sources of the data, and the digital twin, then it starts to be the living digital twin, and it's able to answer the questions for us, and mature. So as I said, it's a journey, and if you have not seen the digital twin session, spotlight session yesterday, it was live streamed, it was recorded, so look it up for digital twin, ArcGIS and digital twin spotlight session from user conference in 2026. It's a very good session and very good presentations.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you about talking on digital shadow, because a lot of people in the business world don't know that behind the digital twin there is also a big scientific community who have produced bibliography, scientific bibliography, and it talk about digital shadow, digital twin. So we know very well when a model, for example, of a city became a digital twin. The exactly moment when the model became digital twin. Now it is a digital twin. It's not a digital shadow anymore. Now I have a curiosity. During the plenary, we seen these presentations about this new Esri service, where we can have the opportunity to order a drone service to capture images of our area, of our study area, directly from the platform. Can you talk about? Can you say something more about this service?
Okay, so this is an additional functionality to already existing content store for ArcGIS. So we need to go back a little bit in time. So Skywatch, our partner, who is a data broker for all the satellite and now also aerial and drone imagery, they developed a content store for ArcGIS, which is a plugin or application that every user who's using ArcGIS online is able to log in and query by selecting simply the area of interest and see what are the satellite, aerial or drone imagery available in the store. So think of it as a funnel that is organizing for you multiple imagery providers into the one store. I like to call it a little bit like Uber for imagery, that you select the area and then you get all the available content with all the metadata, with the resolution, date when it was captured. And it was natural for them to go towards a higher resolution imagery. And Skywatch set up the partnership also with Specsy, and right now Specsy is the platform with the drone imagery, with the drone file nodes. You can order this. You can order a query, or I'm not sure if task. I would have to check. So if you can task also that you select that and order that someone flies for you the fresh data. And this is a natural evolution of our strategy to invest more into the imagery content, because we see that the GIS users, they will be hungry for imagery and fresh data. So the work I'm doing with my team on the reality mapping, we promote is that you can fly with yourself drone or contract someone to collect the drone or aerial or satellite imagery. But we want also the users who don't want to collect data by themselves or don't want to bother with the procurement of the collection of the data set to have access to the other content sources.
Okay.
So and the content store for ArcGIS, but also there's other partners who have the similar offerings. But this one is integrated with ArcGIS, is able to give you access to any type of the imagery, including the drone imagery right now. So as I said, it's just a natural evolution, and right now, yes, you can order also drone imagery and use it as a base map layer for your GIS projects.
So in this way, we can have the access of data of other people that have done, for example, a drone capture session.
Yeah. So this is a little bit more to the Specsy content. So the Specsy as a partner, they have their own content one time. But the content store for ArcGIS from Skywatch is basically creating a a connection to this content repository, for instance.
Incredible, thank you. I have a last question. If you have to choose one image, one application on one moment of this user conference that perfectly captured the incredible energy around 3D and the direction this technology is heading, what would it be?
So I have to say that there was many good examples, but I really enjoyed also the Italian rail presentation. So I have to give you a credit here as well. So Luigi done a very good work in showing the potential of the 3D in the transportation. And transportation is one of the important part of the infrastructure business, and I believe that the 3D has a huge potential there. Right now, the train, all the infrastructure and the train stations, this is a multi-layered and three-dimensional environment, very complex, where you have to connect the imagery, the beam data, but also the live IoT information about the position of the trains and so on. I think this is a very powerful example how you can really leverage 3D in the productive and impressive way.
This was special for us because train stations are really important for us in Italy. A lot of us use it, and as Luigi has shown during the speech, during the plenary, when there is a train station, the society, the territory around it change and grow up with the train station, because train station is an opportunity to have more people who reach your territory. It could be a way to improve the economic of a territory. So, well, we will love it, and I'm really happy that you appreciate it.
Yes, and I was happy also to see some elements of the reality mapping technology, so that there were some of the stations were also available in the 3D mesh models, and so I'm really happy that was also highlighted.
Thank you so much, Arkadiusz, for these interviews and this conversation. Let's stay with us because we will see on the next episode of GIS Tonic. Bye!